Всем привет, меня зовут Влад, и я продолжаю играть в игру Тонго 3. Так, я тут уже давно не играл. Я уже не помню, как тут играть это, походу. Что-то я походу и не вспомню. Надо будет заново обучаться. Понятно. Я могу летать, да? Вижу. Вижу. Так, как сохраниться, да? Давайте сохраним. Давайте сохраним.
Fresh air at last. Stonebridge can't be far, if I remember the...
I thought I might find you here on this road. Did you think you could escape Lescanzi vengeance?
You want revenge? And why is that?
You slaughter us by the score, butcher us like animals, and you dare to ask why? I am Svarbog, son of Zarya the Witch, who died at your hand. You will answer for her death, and for the deaths of all my kin.
Беги! Все. Все. Все, взял. Что такое? А, качка получил, да? Вот тут, наверное. Так. Тут, наверное. Так, взяли. Где что? Что пусто. Так, и куда нам? Понятно. Пошли. Подожди. Забирай. Так, где же наш? Что такое? Еще раз будет. Есть. Есть. Так. Забирай. Забираем. Разбивай. Забирай. Еще бочонки. Все. Так, все. Уходим, значит. Так, а что-то мы... Что-то подобрал, да? Или что там было? О. Снаряжение. Так, что там понабрали? Так. У нас будет как меньше, защиты меньше. Нет. Так, ловкость плюс, хаос вампиризма плюс, а сила хилет будет минус. Не пойдет, как говорится. Так, у него что? Выносливость минус, воля минус, защита минус. Ну, тут тоже не подходит для нас. Так и куда? Понял. Тут что за...
One more down.
Что за херандистика? Ладно. Зачем? Ты зря использовала. Все. О, еще сундучок. Сундучок тут у нас. Ты возьмешь? Ты возьмешь? Так. Снаряжение. Это да? Так, ловкость плюс, воля плюс, а атака минус. Увы и ах. Не берем. Что за звук? Что за звук? Что там за звуки странные? Что за странные звуки, а?
Welcome to Stonebridge. I see you are a 10th Legionnaire. I am instructed to treat you with tepid disdain and mistrust. Your nation, faction, race, or institution has a negative history in our city. Local constables will keep you under careful observation. Please state the nature of your visit to our fair city.
There's no need for the hostility. We are here on Legion business.
The official census indicates that. 0 citizens in Stonebridge are registered members of the 10th Legion. Perhaps you are in the wrong city? Regardless of your reasons, Stonebridge is open to the public. You are free to go, unless you require further assistance.
We're looking for the Grand Chapter House.
The Grand Chapter House is located on the south side of the Central Plaza. It is officially vacant, but some treasure seekers have gone inside. They have not come back out.
Tell me more about this city.
Just ask the Stonebridge Chamber of Commerce and Tourism. This city is a beacon of innovation, commerce, and technology. Marvel at the elaborate system of gears that power the city. Behold our markets of plentiful goods. Inhale non-fatal doses of smog. Stonebridge is home to men and goblins dedicated to freedom and self-reliance. It is also home to thousands of feral house cats.
We'll be on our way.
Be advised, causing a disturbance may result in fines, detainment, bodily harm, or death. Enjoy your stay.
Это еще кто? Пойдем.
Stonebridge. Hasn't been a legionnaire in this city for almost 30 years.
Идем. Может сохраниться? Давайте. Думаю, не помешает. На каждом ближайшем этом сохраниться бы. Железки. Так, у тебя что?
New in town? By the looks of you, you aren't here to buy my simple wares. Perhaps you can help me. I need someone who isn't afraid of a little danger.
What sort of help do you need?
I'm expecting a shipment of clothing, and the caravan is late. It's not exactly bars of gold, but silk is pricey enough to tempt thieves. Out east of the city, there's a camp of Lascanzi, deserters from Jane Cassender's army. They're looting every caravan that passes by. I'm not the only merchant waiting for that shipment. I need someone to scare off those thieves. Or kill them, if need be.
Don't worry. We'll make sure the road is clear.
Thank you. I will, of course, make this worth your while. The thieves are camped near the road, east of the city, not far from the swamp. Good luck to you. I'll await your return.
Окей. Она что, торговка, что ли? Подожди-ка.
I'm so glad you came to...
Ну да. Так, продать. Купить. Продать, наверное, это. Так, купить, да? Минус. Ловкость это плюс. Минус. Минус, да? Вот это попробует купить. Вот это. Вот это. А, ёшин корень. Это же для девки, блин. Ёшин корень. Это ж для девчонки. Это же не для нас. Я думаю. Что за... Так легко покупается. Понятно. Ладно. А все, короче, я думаю, что легко-то покупается, а? Кажется, это не для нас. Колечки. Выносливость, атака, защита. Это не для нас. Так, кольцо боевой доблести. Сколько? 8 с лишним. 8 с лишним? Ничего себе. Дороговато. Не, короче. Так и не буду. Как тут карта здесь есть вообще? Так, это оружие, да? Так, снаряжение, как знания, предметы, выбор группы. А, что получается? Так, здоровье. А, у нее поменьше. У нее побольше, да? Ага, у нее побольше, да. Огонь. Вампиризм, да? Так, статика. Вот он, да. А, вон, портал перехода. Найдите дезертиров, лесканцы и прогоните их. Понятно. Короче, вот это, короче, это лучше выполню. Пойду. Избавлюсь от этих дезертиров. Избавлюсь я от дезертиров лучше. Он идет, нет? Идет. Так, я сохранюсь. задание же ты взял там и пошел. Давай, собачку.
One more down.
Прям, да? Побежали. Так, а куда? Я застрял, я застрял, я застрял! Я тут застрял прям. Конкретно. Я тут застрял прям. Ну. Сделай нормальный вид. Да я что-то застреваю тут. Все, да? Ну да. Вроде все. Вроде все, да. Ну, возьмешь? Так, а что я там понабрал? Так, предметы, во. Не. Предметы, во. Да. Не. Походу, это не так. Как, по-моему, это не так это. По-моему, это как-то не так, да. Как это было-то? Я не помню. О, да, конечно, во. Так, что-то у нас... Так, так, минус. Как рок плюс, а это все минус, не подойдет. Так, ловкость плюс, выносливость плюс, атака плюс, защита минус, блокирование плюс. Ну ладно. Возьмем. Так. Выносливость плюс, воля плюс, защита минус и атака минус. Ага. Вон а что. Мне надо хотя бы защиты что была. Не. Пусть часть может взять как вот это, но защита упадет. Ну, зато прибавится выносливость. 57. Ладно. Есть ближайшем защита как и будет. Лукас. У тебя что? Атака минус, воля плюс. Не. Не пойдет. Не пойдет. Пойдем. К той девушке. Говорит, с разбойниками разобрались. И, конечно, я застрял, но главное, я с ними справился. Все?
My supplies arrived. Thank you, my friends. Here's half of what I stood to lose had you not helped me.
Все? Все сбываю, где посмотреть задание. И тут задание, кнопка. Вот он, да. Да. Давайте, может, продам тогда. Продам тут не нужны мне вещи тогда. Да. Купить. Ну тут шикарный ассортимент. Так, это минус. Защита минус. Так, о. Смотри-ка. Воля минус, защита плюс, блокирование плюс, возмездие плюс. Давай. Так. И атака минус, да? Атака лучше минус. Не надо. О. Есть выносливость. Минус 23. Зато атака плюс 10. И защита 14. Ладно. Возьму. И все. Денег у нас больше нет. Получается. На это мне и не хватит. Все. Так, теперь надо это все как-то ходить. И надо мне это ходить. Только надо вспомнить, где это находится. Атака и защита. Одеваем. Одеваем. Так, ботиночки. Так, воля, защита, блокированные возмездия. Одеваем. Одеваю, все. Так, продать. Вот так, да. А может можно что-то купить получше? Защиты будет минус. Плохо. Атака будет плюс, но защита будет минус. Понятно. У меня защиты бы побольше. Ага. Ладно. Потом посмотрим. Нам посмотрим. Что тут с этим делать? Всем забываю, какая кнопка инвентаря. Смотри, это оружие. Какая кнопка вообще? Это навыки. Это задание. Нет. Нет. Ладно. Ладно. Побежали. Только, как говорится, время тратим на эту ерунду. Побежали лучше. Открывайся. Открывайся. Чем можно сохраниться? Давайте сохранимся. Я не против. Так, куда? Туда, да? Давайте пока наверх избегаю. Тут тем более вон. Монетки есть. Монетки есть тут. Открывайся. Открывайся. Чем-нибудь имеется? Или ничего нет?
What a mess. Jane and her mobs must have ransacked this place.
О, тут валяется уже. О, там кто-то есть. Собачка.
Trouble ahead. These are Legion Sentinels.
Да, тут вещи. И куда? Туда, да? Окей. Набежали. Оба-на. Что это было? Давай. Забираем. Ты возьмешь? Хватай. Хватай. Так, и куда нам? А, с этой стороны, да? Вот тут ботиночки и деньжата. Так, и куда нам? А? Ага, понятно. Опа! Давай.
One more down.
Есть. Так, что еще тут? Что-то здесь есть? А, сейчас. Откроет он. Просто так нам. Тихо, 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 тихо. Главное, чтобы ты не убили. Нажимай. Так. Давай. Ну. Забирай. Что еще? Там, да? Есть. Есть. Так. Кому? Открывай. Открывай, открывай, открывай. Есть. Я еле живой, блин. Я еле живой. Тут хилки есть, нет? Что, все? Наверх. Я еле живой. Где там собачка, блин? Где собачка? Дайте хилочку. Хилку дайте. Дайте хилку. Открывай. Да, мне. О, сохранка. Хорошо. Что, наверх? Так. О! Я нашел, все. Так, смотрим. Здесь воля, здесь воля. Здесь воля, здесь воля, да? Чем не ваша воля? Здесь блокирование, понятно? Так, здесь ловкость, воля и хаос. Ну, зачем он мне? Чем он мне? Так, выносливость и блокирование. Воля и блокирование. Ну, тогда вот выносливость. Так, ловкость и воля. Ловкость и воля. А это уменьшается, да? Смысл? А тут вообще все на минус. А тут плюс защита. И что? А ничего нету. А все, понятно. Тут это кнопочка. Значит, все. Идем. Ладно, давайте пока здесь погуляю. А, где закрыто? Закрыто. Так, а здесь что у нас? Что с этой стороны у нас? А, все, да? Все, что ли? Открывай. Открывай. Что там у нас? За...
Another causeway. I didn't terribly enjoy the first one. Probably forgot to mention that before, trying to impress you and all.
Lucas, take the causeway back to Rukenval. Tell Odo and Martin that we've reclaimed the chapter house and bring them back here.
Right. Best way to overcome my dislike of causeways. Spend a lot of time in them alone. I'll keep my eyes ahead and try not to look down. Shouldn't take long.
This place, it hasn't changed so much.
We heard rumors of a battle in the swamp. Royalists against Jane Cassinda. What news? You weren't caught up in any trouble, I hope.
Someone set traps and guardians on the lower level of the chapter house. Could the Legionnaires have set them before they were killed?
No. Jane and her mob stormed this place, dragged the Legionnaires into the streets. They didn't have time to set traps or wards. Someone's been here after the Legion fell.
The rumors of a battle were true. Most of the Royal Army are dead, but we met their general, a man called Devonsey.
Devonsey? You're sure that was his name?
30 years ago, Finn Devonsey was one of us. Master of the Legion chapter house in Glacier. And he called himself by a different name. A Legion name.
He called himself by another name? What was it?
Bohemond. An old and respectable name. He wasn't born to the Legion, so he took the name after he joined. My father knew him. Spoke well of him.
When the Legion was accused of murdering the king, Devonsey renounced his vows and quit the Legion. Insisted that the charges were true. Stubborn man, strong conscience. Best tactical mind in the Legion, too.
Devonsey has Legion blood. He might be willing to join us.
Worth a try. We're not the same Legion he abandoned.
He might speak on our behalf at least. Convince the Queen that we can be trusted. If we seal an alliance with the Royal Court, we prove that Ebb has a future. People would rally behind us. Last I heard, the Queen had retreated to the Glitterdelve mine.
That's where Jane will be going, too. If she gets her hands on the Queen, our war is lost.
We'll try to find the Royal Court then. Is there anyone else who might join us?
The Meisters, the merchant lords of Stonebridge. They'd be powerful friends.
Friends? These people believe Jane's lies. They murdered our brothers and sisters. No reason to think they'll embrace us now.
No reason to think they won't, if we show ourselves worthy of trust. At least the Meisters could tell us if any Legionnaires survived.
Any idea where I can find the Meisters?
Probably at the old mayoral office, on the main square. I'm told it was converted into a great public hall where the Meisters hold court.
So the Meisters govern Stonebridge? Are they nobility?
Nobility? Far from it. They're the richest men in the city. Merchants, bankers, bureaucrats. Stonebridge calls itself a republic now.
Jane is probably besieging the mines by now. The Meisters could wait.
Up to you. Martin and I will trust in your decision, and we'll be here if you need us.
Вот так, да? Так, и что? Так, найди зал мастеров. Мастера собираются в большое здание на главной площади города. Так, отправиться по болезнь корой. Воспользуйтесь переходом в Великом фортецу, чтобы добраться до Плескаря. Вот тогда.
Please do not litter or excrete in alleyways. Please do not litter or excrete in alleyways.
Даже не представляешь, как я хотел как намусорить здесь. Все. Что можно купить хорошее? Хорошее там можно купить, только, блин, вы цены смотрели на эти? Рок, воля, ловкость. Ловкость, огонь, ловкость поля. Для этого... Не. Уходим. Там еще есть какой-то торговец. Так, а у тебя что? Ловкость плюс. О, атака плюс, но защита минус будет. Но блокирование будет плюс. Что ж тут все на минус, а? Атака минус. Выносливость плюс, атака минус. Плохо. Так, выносливость, защита и блокирование плюс, да? Ну давай. Давай. Так, защита минус, да? Ну, выносливость и атака будет плюс. Давай, ладно. Это уже не наши. О, хэв, да. Вот этот. ТД, да. Так, это... Вот это, да.
Step right up, friend. I've got all
Продать.
manner of weapons and gear.
Продадим. Так, и куда нам? Туда, да? Ну, давай. Открывай.
Ah, half a minute there. You came from the chapter house, did you not? Tell me, is it true? Has the Legion returned?
Only a few of us. But yes, we've reclaimed the old chapter house.
Ha! Let them laugh at me now! Meister Wolf, with his silly dreams of radiant children and prophecies of the Legion's return.
I'm here to address the Meisters. We want to propose an alliance against Jane Cassinder.
An alliance? That'll be tricky business. I can force them to give you a hearing, at least. I'll warn you, though, they're scared. Scared of Jane Cassinder and her armies. Scared that we'll lose our republic if she takes the city by force. And scared of other things, too.
I'm ready to address the Meisters.
Capital! I shall go on ahead and announce you. We'll await you inside.
Free the Krug! Free the Krug!
Free the Krug!
Так, сохраним. Пойдем.
Gentlemen and goblins, order! Council recognizes the envoy from the 10th Legion.
Meister Wolf tells us that you propose an alliance. A grave matter indeed. Perhaps our colleague forgot to emphasize how deeply we value our neutrality.
A war with Jane Cassinder would risk the very life of our republic. What do we gain by siding with the Legion?
For 30 years, we've known nothing but civil war. Help us bring order to Ebb. We were one people, one nation. We can be so again.
If Stonebridge takes the first step, the rest of the country will follow. People will remember that the rebirth of Ebb started here.
A chance to redeem our city's name. An honorable course to take.
Nonetheless, you can understand why some in the city might fear the Legion's return.
Countless legionnaires were murdered in our streets. People might think that you've come to seek revenge.
We won't punish a whole city for the actions of a few. If you did nothing wrong, you have nothing to fear.
How can I put this? Your words don't precisely put our fears to rest.
Nonsense! The Legion is no threat. There's far more dangerous things in this city, if you would only open your eyes.
Ah, our colleague again speaks of the dapper old gent, no doubt.
Indeed, sir, I do. You think that the trouble in the Foundry is not the work of the gent?
Gentlemen, can we return to the matter at hand?
Quite right. We owe the Legion our vote, do we not?
No. Wait. That hardly seems fair. Force a vote now, and it will assuredly go against the Legion. I propose a recess. Let us each speak privately to the Legionnaires, so that we can reach an informed and impartial judgment.
How many votes do I need to win your support?
A simple majority will suffice. 3 of 5 votes cast in the Legion's favor. Council declares a recess. We shall reconvene after the Legion envoy has spoken to each of my esteemed colleagues, and all are prepared to render a judgment.
Ah, so the Legion has come looking for my vote. These are perilous times. An entangling alliance is hardly prudent. But I forget my manners. I am Rorik Castle, City Meister and Factol of the Ironmongers.
In the council meeting, Wolf said something about the Foundry. Is that your responsibility?
Ah, yes. That is our responsibility. The Foundry is the wellspring of our city's prosperity. We keep the economy in motion, and we are the drumbeat of progress.
Your guild is obviously important. We need friends like you, and we're willing to prove our goodwill.
If you wish to be of service, there is a certain problem that requires attention. The Foundry is presently overrun. It's the blasted Cyclopses. They were docile workers for years, but something in them snapped, and they've brought the Foundry to a standstill.
We'll take care of these Cyclopses, if you'll pledge your vote to the Legion.
Fine, fine. It's a deal. Speak to my foreman, Mr. Snell, at the Foundry. He will explain our predicament in greater detail.
Вот так. Один почти есть. Так, тут. Так, что хотят остальные? Сейчас посмотрим.
Ah, yes. I was wondering when you'd come and harass me. No doubt you're here to solicit my vote for your organization.
Let's get right to the point. What can the Legion do to earn your support?
Well, you could help me alphabetize court documents, but a better use of your talents would be to help me with an investigation. Normally, I'd have Wolf handle the situation, but it happens to involve a sizable degree of danger, and Wolf is too important to risk.
If this is the price for your support, I accept. Just tell me what you need.
So, the matter at hand. We've had numerous reports of masked individuals hauling automatons into the crypts under the city. Whatever their aim, they are slowly eroding our defenses, and that is intolerable, especially with Jane Cascinder and her army on the loose. If someone was to enter the crypts and purge them of these criminals, I would owe that person a favor.
Автоматы пропадают.
Have many of your automatons gone missing?
Only a few have gone missing. More troubling is that a few have returned looking like they were opened and studied.
You said that these crypts are underneath the city?
Indeed. Old records refer to them as the Crypts of the Sacred Blood, a vast network of tunnels extending from the farmlands in the south. With every passing generation, further tunnels are dug. No one has charted them all. The crypt in question is cut off from the rest, thanks to a tunnel collapse some years back, so you needn't fear getting lost.
Consider it done. We'll be back when we've dealt with these criminals.
Well then, if you keep your word, I shall do the same and cast my vote in support of the Legion. Good day.
Вот так. И последний.
Greetings,
хочет?
Legionnaire. If you've come to win my vote, don't bother. My mind is made up. Stonebridge will have no entangling alliances. So that's that. Now, if you need some little task to occupy your time, or if you have a question, perhaps I can be of service.
Are you sure there's nothing we can do to win your vote?
At the moment, no. But worry not. I'm sure the other Meisters will vote for you if you sate their self-interested needs. Now, I do have a task or two for you. It's not going to win over my vote, but I would find a way to repay your efforts. Long ago, the Legion served as the mediator of first and last resort. When an argument ran out of control, the Legion offered counsel.
That's all? I thought you might have wanted us to slay something for you.
Your first task is to handle a situation with a prisoner of ours, a Krug. He has no crimes charged against him, but his fate is disputed. Many argue he's safer in prison. Others want him free. He's here in the Meister Hall's jail. Make your inquiries there, then tell the automaton who presides over the jail what you've decided. It's hardly dragon slaying, but if you're true to the Legion, you'll have time for small matters. Go on now, I've got work to do.
Что-то я не особо понял его. Я не особо его понял. Давай это. Тогда. Давай это. О, здесь оружие есть. Давай.
Welcome to the Stonebridge Jail. Do you have business with the incarcerated?
I'd like to speak to the Krug prisoner. Fiddlewick asked me to appraise the situation and determine the Krug's fate.
Very well. It is Meister Fiddlewick's prerogative to entrust such decisions to strangers rather than automated constables with decades of experience. Please note that the Krug has been imprisoned for its own safety. It is highly unpopular with citizens, especially those who own pitchforks.
Krr.
How did you wind up behind these bars?
Krr. Krr.
Can you understand what I'm saying?
Krr. Ah, yes. Sorry about that. I've been having a terrible bout of phlegm lately. Yes, I can understand you perfectly. Why wouldn't I? Just promise me you won't do that thing where you talk slower and louder. Krr. That never works.
Where did you learn to talk like that?
From my mother. Krr. Before she abandoned me. I guess when your son looks like a hideous monster, maternal compassion withers.
If you're not a Krug, why are you locked up?
I'm tired of being harassed and assaulted. This time I decided I'd let them think I'm a monster and keep me locked up. Krr. I've thought about getting out of here, but I have nowhere to go. I'm content to just stay here and daydream.
I have to decide whether you stay or go free.
Krr. Well, I suppose I've committed no crime, unless being hideous is illegal. But if it's all the same to you, I'm safe here. Let them go on thinking I'm a Krug. It won't hurt my feelings. If you let me go, have someone escort me out of the city at least.
Что?
Welcome to the Stonebridge Jail. Do you have business with the incarcerated?
I've come to a decision on the Krug.
I will enact whatever outcome you deem appropriate. Please enunciate carefully.
He should stay in the cell until space is needed. The locals will just try to kill him.
Very well. The Krug will remain in protective custody. Your innovative solutions clearly surpass the abilities of automated constables. Thank you.
Krr. It's safe in here.
I wasn't certain that the Legion had truly returned, but after witnessing your resolution of the plight of the oppressed Krug proletariat, it caused a great imbalance in my sanguine humors. Fairly had me bursting with them. Now then, we have much to accomplish. Shall we get started?
What in the world are you talking about?
Oh my, do forgive me. I mistook you for a Collegium woman. I meant only that it made me proud, whilst at the same time risking distempers of the blood. Now then, much to do, much to do. Shall we be off?
Of course. The Legion has a sacred duty to help the people of Ebb.
Ah, spoken like a true Legionnaire. Finally, after all these years, I'm so excited I could use a preposition to end a sentence with. I am Reinhardt Manx, scholar, inventor, and sartorial adventurer. I have degrees in advanced thaumaturgical studies and non-Goblinian geometry. Naturally, I also have a grounding in the classics, but more importantly to you, I am descended from the Grand Mage Merrick, a Legionnaire through and through.
That would make him Merrick's last descendant, then. In the old stories, Merrick was always more interested in making magic than, well, children.
Well, needless to say, it's been my dream to reunite with other children of the 10th Legion. Second only to the dream of a thaumaturgical waistcoat that can change its color and cut to match the latest season's fashions.
You said you were a scholar, but have you seen any combat?
I'm hardly the mage that my great-grandfather was, but I was best in my class when it came to channeling and energy manipulation. I may possess a physique best described as suety, but by application of higher non-Goblinian mathematics, I could rip a man in half with a thought. Well, theoretically I could. It's not as though I practice on people. That would be rather rude, and mildly illegal, but mostly rude.
We need everyone in the Legion to join forces. Are you with us?
Am I with you? Does the thaumaturgical constant Q trend towards infinity for given values of the human soul? The The answer is yes, by the way. The Legion needs to stand together, lest we fade into memory. So without further ado, let's be off.
I should thank you for resolving the matter of the Krug. Such a small issue, but it required an outside voice.
Can you tell me a little about Stonebridge?
Of course! I always have time to talk about our fair city. What do you need to know?
This city has gears on the buildings and automated golems walking the streets as constables. What sort of technology is this?
Well, progress makes unlikely bedfellows. The Collegium where I teach is devoted to the study of matter and motion. The many guilds of the city adapted our research to make tools that benefit their trade. One worker now has the output of 3. I worry what this will mean. Not enough jobs, too much power for machine owners. But I digress. These issues don't concern the Legion.
You and the humans seem to coexist quite peacefully. Are there many goblins in Stonebridge?
Ah, yes. This city is quite the achievement of cosmopolitan sensibilities. For more than a century, the goblin presence has grown. The laws of Stonebridge value all sentient life, which is a good thing. Human cuisine plus goblinoid cooking technology equals paradise.
Can you tell me a little about yourself?
I am Professor Fiddlewick, Master of the College. That gives me a permanent seat on the Council, so they can't get rid of me, no matter how hard they try. I've been with the College for years. Got here just before the fall of the Legion.
You were here in the city when the Legionnaires were killed?
I was only a junior scholar at the time, and I watched the madness of the city from my ivory tower in the Collegium. The city was deluded into thinking the Legion was the enemy, and in one day of collective madness, a crowd descended on the chapter house. I think everyone here feels shame for what happened, either because they have blood on their hands, or, as in my case, because they didn't intervene.
That is all I need to know. I should be going.
Take care now.
Сюда. Так.
Welcome back, Legionnaire. What can I do for you today?
Do you have another problem for me to mediate?
Yes, I do. Baron is a wealthy landowner with a claim to many parcels of land here in town. He wants to charge rent to Hans. Hans has an equally compelling claim to the plot of land. Mudgutter informs me it's a case of eminent domain versus original acquisition. With the court deadlocked, both have agreed to let you settle their dispute. I'll have them meet you at the chapter house.
Так. Давай пойдем лучше этим спором разберемся. Получается. Вроде. Ну-ка. Воля и это не пойдет. Как воля и ловкость не. Тоже не пойдет. Так я продам все, что мне не нужно. Так, куда мне? Сюда.
Please comply with all local laws and customs.
Сюда, значит, да?
Please comply with all local laws and customs.
Пойдем. Никуда. Прям, да? Окей. Так я сохраню. Что там? Сюда, да?
They're here. I'm Hans. This is Baron Baron. We have a disagreement, and we decided we'd abide by whatever decision you make.
Indeed. Years ago, the Legion settled disputes, and Hans and I have a conundrum that Stonebridge law can't resolve.
We have a moment to listen to your dispute. Since you're both willing to abide by the decision, we'll mediate as best we can.
I purchased a parcel of land 15 years ago, and have been selling my wares for ages. The Baron here tells me I owe him rent.
You see, I bought large tracts of land back in the days of the farmer. Hans was taken by a charlatan. I certainly didn't authorize the sale.
Yes, well, you did nothing to stand up for your claim to the land. After endless talk with the barristers, we are still deadlocked.
Baron, tell me more about your claim to the land.
By right of original acquisition, the law says the land is mine. I bought it first. Sure, it was human lifetimes ago, but first is first. I am an old goblin, so years pass like months for me. I didn't notice Hans had set up shop and claimed my land as is until recently. I think I'm being fair. He owes me rent for the last several years, and if he wants to stay, he needs to keep paying rent, or he can leave.
Hans, can you explain why exactly you think your claim is stronger than the Baron's?
My purchase to the land was vetted and signed by the city of Stonebridge. They failed to research the land's original ownership. But even so, I can claim the right of eminent domain. I've used the land for over 10 years, with no argument from the original owner. I feel terrible that the Baron's land was sold out from under him, but he had ample time to correct this mistake.
I see. The laws are indeed at an impasse here, but I've come to a decision.
So what will it be? Is the land indeed mine, or does this human get to claim it?
The land wasn't Hans's to buy, but the Baron did nothing to protect his claim. You must divide the property or buy out the other's stake.
I guess that's about as fair a ruling as you could make. Also a coward's decision. But I said I'd honor it, so I will.
I can't fit my shop on half of that parcel. But I suppose I should be happy for anything. Thank you for taking the time to arbitrate this.
A deal is a deal. Hans, let's go figure out which half is yours and which is mine. Hopefully we don't need someone to arbitrate that.
Просто если когда к одному, он скажет, что это была его собственность раньше, и он получает все назад. А это ее купил, и он не захочет ее лишиться. Это так они оба получат хотя бы что-то, ну, у них будет. Хотя бы часть, но у них будет. После же...
Free the Krug!
Free the Krug!
Free the Krug!
Half a human generation has gone by without the Legion here to settle disputes. At last, that tradition returns to Stonebridge. I know you have evil to smite, so it means a lot to me and to the city that you can take time for the little things. Here's a little something for your efforts. Now be careful out there.
Так, и что теперь? Так, дальше. А, это... Давай, то есть это... Попробуем со стражником поговорить. Попробуем поговорить со стражником.
Free the Krug!
Free the Krug!
Free the Krug!
Крак не хочет выходить. Я сделал так, как он захотел.
Not so fast, Legionnaire. None shall pass this gate without the express authorization of the wise and beneficent Meisters of Stonebridge.
We're going to the crypts of the Sacred Blood, at Meister Mudgutter's request.
I see. More soldiers of fortune to clean up the crypts of the Sacred Blood. I was instructed to let you pass. It must be very pleasant in the crypts. Everyone who has entered them decides to stay there permanently.
Идем. Идем. Так, у него что-то есть? Ага. О, сила. О, защита будет. О, ты смотри-ка. Смотри, атака и защита плюс. Давай возьму. Смотри-ка, ну выносливость, конечно, будет меньше, но как атака и защита плюс. Все, пойдем.
Sorry, my friends, the foundry is closed for an undefined amount of time. We do regret any inconvenience this may cause.
Meister Castle told us that your Cyclops workers have taken over the foundry.
The Cyclopses have gone mad. They've killed a few of our foremen, and the gears of the foundry have stopped. We spotted goblin agitators inside as well. And if that wasn't enough...
We're ready to help. What would you have us do?
Our attempts to parley have ended in bloodshed. You'll need to pacify them by force. I don't want the Cyclopses eliminated. I just want them to go back to work. So find their leader, and humble him. The sooner the foundry is back in operation, the better. If you can restart any of the gear works below, that would also be a great help.
Есть.
Probably stating the obvious, but let's avoid those burning grates.
Now this should be a challenge. Back into the fray.
Back to the fight.
Открывай. дают пройти. Вообще. Зажали, пройти они дают вообще. Да ёшки, что опять у него? Опять умерла. Останавливай. Загнулся.
I am in your debt.
They've locked up those fire jackals. Maybe they'll cause some trouble if we let them out.
Вылечивай. Куда пройти, а? Как встал с дороги? Там, да? Эй, я опять застреваю тут. Так, куда? Понятно. Тиммейт. Собачка. Опять убили. Останавливай. Все? Добрались?
Please help. The Cyclopses have gone mad. They locked us in here and dragged my men off to Azanai knows what awful fate.
I'll free your men. Do you know where they were taken?
The Cyclopses took them. Over there, past the fire grates, on the other side of the chamber. I don't know what they're planning, but those two are like brothers to me. Please, will you help them? Did you find my men? Are they all right?
No, I haven't found them yet.
Please hurry. I'm afraid the Cyclopses have some dire plan for them.
Так, куда нам? Прямо, да? Давай, вот так, да. Ёшкин кролик.
Thank you.
One more down.
Опять загнулся. Пойдем. Прямо.
So you are the ones who fight for the Ironmonger dogs. This boundary is ours now. We will never be slaves again. Ah!
Fine.
Down with the Ironmonger dogs!
Давай.
Back into the fray.
Fine. Ладно.
Justice! Justice for my brothers!
очень скорый. Пару секунд и все.
Not doing well here.
Все?
No more. Why do you fight us? What have we done to you?
You murdered defenseless men. The Ironmongers asked us for help.
We did not attack them. It was self-defense. They made slaves of us. The paper told us we deserved better.
You could have spoken to the Ironmongers. There was no need to shed blood.
Every time we tried to talk, they shouted and whipped us. So we struck back. The paper says there is a better fate for us, and it does not lie.
What paper are you talking about?
An old man gave the paper to me. He called it a manifesto. He said we deserve a better life. We have the right to refuse to work, to demand better pay.
If you tell your brothers to stand down, we'll talk to Meister Castle.
I will trust you to go to the Ironmongers, to decide how best to end this fight. It is only by your mercy that we live. We will accept whatever judgment you make.
Why doesn't anyone listen to reason before we beat them half to death?
Так, посмотрим, что там мы понабрали-то. О, не, точно нет. Тут тоже нет. Здесь. Так, вот это ловкость, выносливость. Так, а минус. Так, выносливость плюс, атака плюс, блокирование плюс, а защита минус. Ну ладно. Что ж поделаешь. Так, выносливость минус, атака плюс, блокирование плюс. Так, защита и выносливость минус. Выносливость это здоровье. Я не могу сделать меньше. Так, ловкость и улучшение. Не. Так, где что? Выносливость и заключение. Атака минус. Не-не-не. Защита плюс. Это не пойдет. Ничего из этого не хочу. Так, сохраняем. Да. Прям несколько раз прям умирал, только это было. Прикинь, меня напал. Это нехорошо.
Surely you must be joking, Meister Fiddlewick. I shall not reward the slaying of my guild members with salaries and contracts. If these beasts weren't vital to the operation of the Foundry, I'd charge every one of them with murder, and they could all go to the gallows.
Funny that you mention legal action. Last I recall, slavery was a criminal offense in Stonebridge. Shall we take this matter to the courts?
The Cyclops has agreed to stop fighting if I speak to you on their behalf.
You... what? What nonsense is this?
Meister Castle is an endless font of courtesy and grace. Go ahead. Thank the Legion for saving your lives.
Yes, thank you for ending the violence. But what do you mean you speak for them? Those beasts are making demands?
They've been your slaves. Free labor for your guild. Now they have a manifesto, and they demand a fair wage.
A manifesto? What kind of nonsense is that?
An old man gave it to them. Do you know anyone with a grudge against your guild?
An old man? The dapper old gent, no doubt. When Wolf hears about this, he's going to give me the "I told you so" of a lifetime.
The Foundry needs to reopen one way or another. I speak for the Cyclopses, so whatever I say, they will honor.
Well then, something good came of all this violence. My good Legionnaire, tell the Cyclopses that they may resume work as salaried employees.
Shut your goblin spout. They agreed long ago to servitude as payment for their crimes. They cannot just ignore a contract.
I've heard enough. I'm ready to decide.
My hands are tied. The Cyclopses will listen to you and you alone, now that you've beaten them. I pray you make the right choice.
And I, for one, respect the old tradition of letting the Legion be the mediators of best resort. I know you will choose rightly.
The Cyclopses acted in self-defense. They must be given fair wages and treated with respect.
What? Nonsense! The Cyclopses are bound by an agreement. If you wanted my vote, you just lost it. Bah! Tell them I will negotiate their wages. This decision is foolish, but I won't have the Cyclopses leave. The city needs them.
He'll calm down eventually, but you have my thanks, and I pledge my vote to you when the time comes.
Все, разобрались с циклопами. Теперь остался еще один, да? Как я понимаю. Остался еще один какого-то. Все, пойдем. Подожди-ка. Не-не-не. Пойдем.
Heads up. One more down.
Подожди, там что, сундучок? Ага. Все верно. Сундучок. И вон там вон. Сундучок. Все, пойдем. Отсюда. Ну. А ладно. Открывай. Где это? И сюда. Открывай. Давай я сохраню. Чтоб было нормально все. Бежим. Бежим, бежим.
Saints bless him. I knew Albert would send someone for me. Thank you, stranger. Now, I'm gonna make a run for it while I still can.
Открывай. Открывайся, все. О. И что? Я не могу. А я не могу. За здоровье. Хочу. Я не знаю. Тут не работает. И ничего. А не работает. Хоть же нажимайся. Все. Не работает. Чё я, блин? Все, закройся, блин. Как ее закрыть, а? Как закрыть эту ерунду? Как тебя закрыть, а? Не работает. Что это? Ну вот, все. А, вон еще есть. Ай-яй-яй, тяжму. Все. Отлично. Все. Пошли отсюда. Так, и что тут теперь тут? А, начальника смены теперь нужно прости. Ну пойдем. Искать вашего начальника смены.
Back into the fray.
Отлично. Я умер. Я умер.
Back to the fight.
Где там? Начальник смен.
I thought I was a goner for sure. I need to get to the surface and let my family know that I'm not dead. I owe you one, Legionnaire.
Чё там? Сундучок? Ага. Сундучок, да. Все. Уходим. Уходим, значит. Где? Гляну тут. Отлично, все. Так, теперь давайте посмотрим, что тут как у нас. Атака минус. Огонь это раздражает. Что все минус. Так, тут что-то защита плюс, выносливость минус. Не хочу. Все. Пошли отсюда. Пошли отсюда, как говорится. Пошли отсюда.
We only ask for better pay. We do not want to be treated as slaves.
Все нормально будет, не волнуйся. Все будет нормально, мужик. Все будет нормально. Я уже им об этом сообщил.
Did you find my men? Are they all right?
Yes, they're safe.
They are? Hazanai bless you, and all the saints as well. I wish I had more to reward you with, but this is all I can give.
You're very generous. I just want to settle this quickly so you can all get back to your work.
And so do I, my friend. So do I.
Sure. Так. Ну вот это посмотрим. О, давайте я сохранюсь. Сохранюсь тут. И пойдем. Последнее посмотрим. Что тут? О, я уже к 2 часа тут как бегаем. Оказывается. Ну ладно, давай. Побегаем. Конечно, делаем уже задание. Чё, как бросать, что ли? Как-то бросать не хочется. Бросать я не хочу. Бросать я, чтоб задание уже сейчас доделать, и уже потом уже пойти к следующему. Ну дай пройти, а! Дайте пройти, а! Ага, пройдешь-то, блин.
I am in your debt.
Как пройти тут? Пусть ты так побежал. О, прям поджарились маленько. Маленько поджарились. Так, что, все получилось, да? Ну да. Ну да. Открывай. Открывай. Вот и все.
Terribly sorry. Meister Castle has insisted that we have no further dealings with the Legion. Castle believes you capitulated to the demands of thugs. But I am grateful for your help. More of our colleagues would surely have died if not for you.
We fixed the gears as well as we could. The foundry is impressive when it comes to life.
True. The whole city relies on the power of our furnaces and gears. Here is a little something for your trouble.
Все? Получается, да? Ну да. Осталось только разобраться с этими бандитами. Ну да, осталось только разобраться с этими бандитами. И все. Блокированного змея. Не. А у него? А ничего нет. Так, да, сохраню. Сохраним. Так, окей. И отправимся. И дальше. Так, все, с этим механизмы этим всем разобрались. Теперь этот. Остались эти бандиты, получается. Остались только бандиты. Купить, да? Защита, защита. О! Защита минус будет. Ну а так и будет плюс. Ловко выносливость так и будет плюс. Не знаю я. Я не знаю. Щиты, блокуры, выносливость. Все на минус большую часть. Не особо нравится. На минус. Некоторые какие-то вещи. Некоторые вещи на минус. Не особо нравится.
Ah, good. I thought I'd find you here. I heard the Legion was back in town, and I've been scampering to get my old notes in order. You see, I've been archiving the history of the 10th Legion in Stonebridge. A sad history, to be sure, but my research can help you.
Go on. What kind of research do you mean?
I've studied the event of the local Legion's demise, the riots. I've kept track of many looters and killers that profited on that day. Some who looted the chapter house proudly displayed their ill-gotten gains, showing off stolen Legion property to house guests. Such arrogance. Well, I have kept track of these pompous criminals, especially the ones who insisted they'd be buried with their trophies.
Those artifacts belong to the Legion. I'll do whatever it takes to get them back.
I've assembled a list of graves that should contain stolen property. Problem is, the crypts have become too dangerous of late. Here, take my notes. Unless the thieves have started looting coffins at random, you should be able to recover the stolen items.
Never thought I'd be robbing graves for the good of the Legion. Desperate times and all that.
Понятно. Открывайся. Так, и что там я подобрал? Не. Не. Не пойдет. Все. Так, вперед, да? Чё там? Чё там? Чё там?
So they're breaking down the automatons into parts and delivering them to someone. But who?
Одежда. Так. Понятно. О, а вот они.
A den of thieves. Should be a straightforward fight.
Ты чё, живой? Что там подобрали? Защита, атака минус. Идите в их баню. Что здесь? Вообще все минус. Ой, ладно, а это что? Просто ящик. Просто ящик. Пойдем. Просто ящик, как говорится. Просто ящик. Не особо интересен. Еще бандиты. Еще бандиты и гоблин с ними. Открывай. Берем. Открывай. Ну. Все. Так, еще есть.
We need to extend the bridge. Try that switch.
Вижу. Побежали. Что? А ничего хорошего. Ничего хорошего, как говорится. Ну да. Все на минус. Воля, ловкость. Ну, здесь получше. Ну. Атака минус. А у тебя что? Блокирование и... Короче, ерундистика. Большей части. Возьми. Большая часть всякая ерундистика. Всякая ерундистика, как говорится. Пошли отсюда. Пошли отсюда. Где-то моя собачка. Ёх ты! Вы что, смеетесь?
These automatons don't look as friendly as the ones in the city.
Прям, да? Ну, давайте. Так и быть. Сохранюсь. Если вы так просите. Йоу! 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 Вы даете. Ладно. Пойдем. Поверь.
One more down.
Так, что там понабрали-то? Ты хернду всякую. Всякую ерунду. Ну да. Всякую ерунду понабрали.
Nasty trap. Good to see you're all in one piece.
Понятно, давай здесь еще пойдемте. Ладно, пускай бегай. Пускай бегай. Как бегать? Тебе душа. И что я там понабрал? Ты ерунду, походу. Ну. О, выносливость как атака минус. Атака минус. Ну что за дело, а? Нет. Нет. Пошли отсюда. Пошли отсюда.
Back into the fray.
Thank you.
Бежим. Еще. Хватит пулять, а? Распулял. Пулять, не понимаешь. Пулять, не понимаешь. Ребята, я тут. Прямо? Чувак, там что? Заблудился?
One more down.
Офигеть, какой длинный коридор. Вот длинный коридор. Это просто жесть. Все, пойдем. Пойдем прямо уже. Ну да. Подожди. Что-то есть? Что, все? Побежали.
Back into the fray.
Back to the fight.
Загнулся. Загнулся. И куда теперь? И куда теперь мы пойдем? Что здесь? Есть. Куда дальше? Куда дальше пойдем, а? Подожди, а что? Ну да. Мостик. А мостик надо опустить. Мостик же надо как опустить же. Чтоб пройти. Так, ребята, вы еще. Что, правильно? Так, что я там подобрал-то? Что я подобрал? Так, воля не. О, воля, ловкость. Ловкость. Все на минус. Че все на минус, а? Че на минус-то все? А так минус. Фу. Вы меня позорите, блин. Такими этими. Все. Загнулся. Что опять? Пошли. А что с заданиями? Что еще? Бежим. Бежим отсюда. О, ну давайте. Сохраним.
I spent a small fortune hiring every cut, purse, footpad, and ruffian this side of Rukenval. Great deal of good it did me.
By order of the Meisters, and in the name of the Legion, you're under arrest. Surrender now and come quietly.
The certainty of being executed by the city or the possibility of being killed by some righteous vigilantes? I'll choose the latter.
At least burying you will be easy.
Back into the fray.
Не туда бьет. Вот он. Да вот он, ёханый кот.
Enough. I know when I've met my match. Spare my life, and I'll go quietly.
If you tell us what you've been doing down here, the Meisters might not hang you.
The dapper old gent hired us to abscond with the city's automatons. We tear them up, turn them over to the gent, he pays us good coin. I guess he's selling the damn things on the black market, but it's none of my affair. It's hard to carry those metal brutes very far, so we set up here, in the crypts. The locals don't come down here. Not anymore.
You kept a few of the automatons for yourself. How did you manage to control them?
Got those from the gent. He must have rebuilt some of the ones we stole for him, and gave them new orders.
Constables will be coming to arrest you. If you try to run, we'll hunt you down.
Все.
I told you all I know. Leave me be.
Так, и что теперь? Тут походу. Так, посмотрим. Получить 3 голоса. Чтобы добиться поддержки, должны получить хотя бы 3 голоса. Так, это что? Так, вернуться к...
That master thief was far too quick to surrender. He knows more than he's letting on.
Так, сохраню.
I suppose we'll see what Mudgutter thinks, once he's questioned that fellow.
Так, бежим сюда. Так, бежим. Бежим. Подожди-ка. Бежим. Да пошли уже. Что было? Вот и всё. Разобрались. Разобрались, как говорится. Все. Чё ж ты? Да ты не попади. Пойдем отсюда. Пойдем отсюда.
Trouble ahead.
Отлично. Все. Уходим отсюда. Уходим. Просто отсюда уходим. Так, получается, я все, да? Ну да. Получается, я все. Да, получается, их отдать, потом к этим как отправиться.
I'm glad I caught you. There's trouble all over Stonebridge. The automatons, they've gone mad. They're tearing the city apart.
Everything was quiet a few hours ago.
One moment they were fine, the next they just changed. As if someone took control of them. It's been less than an hour, and they've already taken the main square. They're fighting like an army. Working together, attacking every person they see.
What happened to all the people?
They're hiding indoors. A few are still on the street, and I'm trying to keep them safe. We're sheltering people in the chapter house, too. Odo's barred the doors.
All right. What's our plan?
The automatons are headed for the city hall. You've got to warn the Meisters. Save them if you can. I'll be all right. Go!
Automatons to slaughter helpless people. This is the work of a coward.
Back into the fray.
Thank you.
cheating.
Он крепкий, а?
I can't take much more of this.
Much obliged.
Бежим. А, туда? Еще один?
The gent! He was here! As soon as you entered the hole, he fled!
You don't seem hurt. What about the other Meisters?
Just a few cuts and bruises. My own automatons held the doors and kept the enemy at bay. The gent never got to my constables. Bad luck for him.
The gent was here? Did he speak to you?
He threatened us. Told us he was going to bring down the city. The madman said we deserved it.
He fled on foot?
No, he opened one of those shimmering doors, just over there in the corner.
Clever fellow. He's using causeways to sneak about. What say we go after him?
Подожди.
How utterly unorthodox. Sieging the Meister Hall requires a properly filed writ of insurrective intent.
I told them that technology would destroy the working man. Oh, the irony. Wait, is irony the right word for this?
Ладно. Бежим. Так, сохранить. Ага. Подожди. Подожди. Так, что?
You simply do not give up, do you? How much did the Meisters pay you to finish what they began 30 years ago? Tell me, what price does my blood fetch? No matter. Whatever the sum, you will not live to collect. The people of Stonebridge will pay for their crime.
Those machines are summoning more automatons. We've got to destroy them.
Как его победить, а? Кажется, я понял.
That middle device. Whatever it is, let's smash it.
Кажется, я понял.
Go after his platform. Destroy it.
The people of Stonebridge will pay for their crime.
Подними меня.
Back into the
Подними
fray.
меня.
Back to the fight.
Да ёшкин корень. Меня подними.
Whatever it is, let's smash it.
My fallen comrades will have vengeance!
Поднимайся, меня лучше. Одна есть.
That middle device. Whatever it is, let's smash it.
Опять умерла. Здоровье мало брони. Умирает.
That middle device. Whatever it is, let's smash it.
Surrender yourself, gent. By all the saints, your judgment is long overdue.
Judgment? By what right? The people of Stonebridge are guilty of far worse crimes than mine. I spit on you. Murderers and traitors, all.
You'd be wise to keep your mouth shut. We're the ones who'll be deciding your fate.
Better the hangman's noose than bend my knee to these traitorous merchants and clerks. Look at them. The fine people of Stonebridge. I helped them remember what they try so hard to forget. They tore open the doors of our chapter house, dragged us into the streets, murdered my brothers, my sisters, the whole damned Legion.
You're blaming an entire city for the crimes of a few.
Indeed. I take affront, sir. I am no murderer, and I can name 100 others who had no part.
No, Master Wolf. You are no murderer. That is true. You simply consort with murderers. Bow and scrape and do their bidding. Bravo for you, sir. Half your people stood by, while the other half did murder. Did you hold the killers to account? No?
If you claim to be a Legionnaire, then tell us your name.
Archambault du Payen, senior apprentice to the Grand Mage. Last survivor of the Legion.
No, not the last. Look at me, brother. We stood at Hearthfire together 40 years past, spoke the rites, and made our oaths to the Legion.
I remember you. Odo, the tracker, the tireless scout, the watcher of roads. How can this be? In my dreams, I saw the whole Legion dead, scattered around a great tree.
You're a criminal, but you're a Legionnaire as well.
Hand him over to me and I'll see that he gets a trial. He'll hang, I expect, but that's a quick death. Better than he'd get if we tossed him to the people.
Wait, he's a Legionnaire. He's one of us. And he's a mage. If we give him to the town, all his knowledge is lost.
This man is a criminal, sir. He tried to ruin our city, and who knows how many lives he took. Would you let him walk free?
Meister Wolf, the prisoner is yours. Whatever you do with him, the Legion will support you.
Much as I hate to condemn a Legion man, we're not above the law. People will respect us for this.
I will surrender quietly, Constable, so long as you promise me this. Face your past. Deliver justice for my brothers who died on your streets.
You have my promise. Meister Mudgutter and I will find the ones who killed Legionnaires, if they still live. And they will be held to account. After all this, the Council can hardly refuse an alliance with the Legion. The people will accept nothing less. But we must put the matter to a formal vote. I'll convene the Council at once.
Was this then what the Legion had become? A bitter old man bent on revenge? I didn't want to believe it. The gent was a true man of the 10th, and its ideals still lived in his heart. But one of those ideals is that no man is above the law, and the gent had committed terrible crimes against the people of Stonebridge. Homes destroyed, streets choked with ash, great machines reduced to scrap. For these things, the gent would be held to account. So it was that the dapper old gent was delivered into the custody of the Meisters to face the city's justice. The laws of the Legion were upheld, and the people of Stonebridge have pledged themselves to us. Yet I cannot help but feel that we have lost a valuable ally.
Gentlemen and goblins, order! Council will address the proposed alliance with the 10th Legion.
Circumstances have indeed changed since we last spoke. I now find myself addressing the savior of our city. Does the Legion envoy have anything further to say before a vote is called?
Judge the Legion by our actions, not our words.
Simple and straightforward. A refreshing change in a place like this.
Very good. No reason to postpone our decision any further. All those in favor of the alliance vote aye. Those opposed vote nay.
First Constable votes aye.
Chief Barrister votes aye.
Guild of Ironmongers reminds the Council of the considerable cost of the events in the Foundry. Are we now to pay for the Legion's war as well?
First, the Guild abuses its workers. Now it votes against the savior of our city? I wonder what the people will do when they hear. And I promise that they'll hear.
Guild of Ironmongers respectfully abstains.
Master of the college votes aye.
3 votes in favor, 1 abstention. As mayor of the city, I shall join the majority and vote aye. Be it resolved, then, that an alliance is declared between the city of Stonebridge and the 10th Legion. May our enemies tremble with dread.
I'd like to thank the Council. The Legion will call on you soon.
Of course. As our ally and savior of the city, the Legion is always welcome here.
Все. Так, чё? Очко? Собачку, что ли? Собачку? Давай эту. Да без разницы вообще. Так, это все, да? Давай эту. Все. Так, и что у нас получается? Встретитесь, воспользоваться переходом в Великом фортеце. Так, найти меч лорда, найти посох. Все. Подожди. Все, да? Так, еще у меня тут... О! Какое-то оружие появилось. Оружие тут появилось у меня. Так, как атака плюс, защита минус, блокирую плюс. О! Выносливость плюс, атака плюс. Беру. Так, это нет. О! Все на плюс. Беру. Защита 56 вообще. Смехота вообще. Так, воля это... Не. Так, здесь что? Выносливость, ловкость, защита. Что это получается? Выносливость и защита это тогда. Так, ловкости это нет. Не, все. Ладно, тогда. Что тут у нас получается уже? Дальше пойдем уже. Следующий уже, надеюсь, к серии. А то мы уже тут, как говорится, 3 часа подряд играем, как просто жесть. 3 часа подряд играем, как говорится.
I think Stonebridge has had enough of our heroics.
Free the Krug!
On to
Так, сохраню.
to delve then.
Короче, отдам, короче. Тут это тогда. Иди тут.
Look at that.
Чувак.
All the gears are turning again.
Отдам. У тебя что, надо будет когда, да? Да, вернуть товары и все. Короче, возвращать товар и все, заканчиваем серию. А то она оказалась самая большая у меня. Почти 4 часа.
Hello there, friends. Looking...
We seem to have found something of yours. A shipment of goods.
Bless you. I was wondering what became of that shipment. I can't thank you enough.
We're glad to help. If you have any more trouble, our chapter house is always open to you.
You've made a friend of this fellow, and hopefully he'll spread the word.
Aye, the folks around here don't have a fine history with the Legion, but I hope that'll change. Now really, I must insist on paying you.
Sure. Давайте продам. Все тут мое барахло. Все тут барахло продам. Что тут папа собирали купить. Защита, защита. О! Выносливость, атака минус. Атака минус, минус. Поле защита. Атака минус, нет. Ну все, ладно. Это все. Так, еще получается у нас. Это все, да? Да. Переходу. Ну, все, короче, на этом я тогда сохранюсь и буду заканчивать. Все. Только хорошо, что со мной этот парень. А то есть сколько раз уже умирал. И все, короче. Сохраняюсь. Да. Все. Все, короче, я на этом заканчиваю. С вами был Влад. Всем пока.